All right, so we are live, guys. Welcome to the Mandalorian episode 5 discussion. That's right, guys. And if you see, looking at the thumbnail, it says spoilers, guys. So just like in the title, I said, I wrote it in the title and it's on the thumbnail. This is your chance right now to, if you have not watched it yet, I don't know what you've been doing all day, but we're definitely gonna spoil it. All right, and I'm gonna introduce my panel members right now. All right, so we got here a nice little panel here. I'm gonna go down the line. I got this guy right here. He says I got bad feelings about this. I don't know what his name is, but
What's going on, fellas? How are you all doing?
we good, man. We're good, man. Just excited to talk about this episode.
Very excited about this. This was crazy. This is really, I can't wait to get into it with you.
All right. So now we got my man over here on the left of I got bad feelings about this. Lightsaber greater than Beskar.
What's shaking everybody's Gold State. I just happen to have this thing hanging around, and I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to talking about it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Let me get that.
You'll be seeing that on Tuesday's auction. Not right? Is that not?
Nope.
All right. Then we got MannyNYC in the house. What's up, Manny?
Yo, I'm here.
You here? All right.
That's cool. Just to talk a little bit about Star Wars thing.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
That's it.
It's cool. And we got the mayor, Jeff Johnson, in the house.
What's going on, people? As you see, I got my buddy with me. This is the way.
Yeah. Who you holding in your hand? Who you holding?
Don't even get me started.
Hey, tell us.
What is he called? What is he called?
This
is Go Goo, Go something. I have spoken.
Grogu. All right, so let me check out the chat real quick and see who's joined us real quick before we get started. You know how I like to give the shout outs, guys.
We are cutting into TiVo's auction here, So.
TiVo got over 200 people watching, and we ain't hurting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're only gonna be on for like about half an hour. That's all.
Yeah, we're not doing no auction anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And if most people got two monitors, they can watch us and TiVo at the same time.
Yeah, or they can watch us on the rewind. So real quick, we got
everybody's like you, Jeff.
We got
three monitors
chilling in the house with us. We got Lowe's Definite 99. We have Johnny Dakota's with us. We got Chin Mo. What's up, brother? We got Wilbert. We got who else? And that's it. See, it's the chat now. I didn't expect that many people because this is like an impromptu thing. We just decided to do this today, and there's an auction going on. So
and you can catch on the rewind, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, you can catch us on the rewind. That's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's good about YouTube. So let's get started right away, man. So episode 5, titled "The Jedi." You already knew right away once you saw the title that who we're gonna see on there. So So we got to see Ahsoka real quick. So I figured we could do a breakdown real quick of the episode. So opening scene off the back.
Dude,
come on! When you heard those lightsabers ignite, didn't you feel the chills? Dude,
they didn't waste any time. That's the thing, and that's what I loved about that episode because they knew for the last 2 episodes prior to this, we were all waiting for it to actually show up, and they said, "All right, we're gonna give it to you right now." And I was like, "This is mind blowing, dude." That opening scene was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nice. I mean, she was like kind of almost like a ninja type in the forest and stuff, taking people down.
Dude, yeah, like that. Like for example, like the opening scene. Spoilers.
Yeah, you have to say it's. I already said it for us.
I know, but just in case people don't know, like that opening scene was them. Is in that one forest. It's like this forest very similar to what you saw like Rise of Skywalker's opening scene with Kylo Ren. When he was searching for like the Sith holocron. Like the field looked very similar to that, and like it was also foggy. And it's kind of an element they didn't really use before, like, in Star Wars, is having like Ahsoka just hiding behind trees and fog, and then my God, those lightsabers, man. I mean, I'm not real familiar with Ahsoka Tano, in my opinion, but my God.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? Like, I've enjoyed Mandalorian since season 1, and I've read novels that don't have anything of Jedi or Sith in them. I've read novels based on just stormtroopers alone.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that never feels fully Star Wars until you get a lightsaber in it. And finally, this show put I know we saw the dark saber, but we finally got to see lightsabers in it, and that just completed for me the whole show. Like not completed where I'm done with it, but it's like, okay, this is a full Star Wars rounded show because now we got
truly made
lightsabers in it. Yeah.
And you know what's good about it? We had lightsabers, and it had nothing to do with Skywalker.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't Luke, it wasn't Vader, it was no Skywalker related.
Yeah.
No, it was related.
I mean, it was related, but it had none of the Skywalkers was in it.
Yeah, she was his apprentice. So
yeah,
so opening scene, she's like you said, she's already, she's going to the shadows, she's cutting people up. One thing that I liked about her is what they translated well from what we've seen in the Clone Wars and in Rebels is her agileness.
Oh God!
Like how is that going to translate? Because Ahsoka's very agile. She jumps really far. She's quick. And that was like that's her main. Like that's how she is portrayed in the Clone Wars and Rebels, and they portrayed that real good in live action. I think, with all flipping around and jumping and all that. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, I think they did the best that they could do with that. Obviously we knew that she wasn't going to be Mary Lou Retton jumping all over the place out there, being crazy. For you young folks out there, that was a 1980s gold medalist for the United States back in the day. But I was really impressed. Again, right from the lightsaber start, when she pulls it out, it had a little different hum that I'm used to. For lightsabers,
Yeah, but
it was neat because you know what? Maybe her hilts are all thin and stuff like that. And then you get the fog. And one thing, it didn't take me back, like by surprise or anything, but she's hacking up real dudes. She's hacking up real people. Those weren't droids. Those aren't clankers that she's beating up. She was
cutting down. She was cutting down people.
She's a little pissed off. She had a mission which we didn't know what it was. It was
foggy at first because we didn't know.
We were very foggy. You were like, oh wow, she just whacked that guy. She just cut that shit right in half.
Yeah.
Go, girl.
Yo, what's going on, Joker? So we just got into it real quick.
Hey,
Star Wars. We were just breaking down the first scene, her, going through the shadows, taking out those people in the beginning. What do you think? What was your first impression, real quick? That's something when you saw. That's what we were just talking about. Our first impression, real quick. We didn't go through the whole episode yet. We just went through the beginning. The first scene.
All right. Well, I mean, my first impression was fucking dope. That was my impression. Fucking dope episode. One of the best ones so far, and like I said, it's progressing. Every episode is getting better and better and better and better, and it's not letting down.
Definitely. And I'm glad you brought that out too, Murph, about the hymn of the lightsabers were different than what we know. Her lightsabers seemed more like the snapping of it on was more intense. Mm-hmm. It was a stronger, like a really stronger beam. Basically, I know the beam is the same because the crystals, but they enhanced that sound more than what they normally did.
It was stronger. It was stronger.
Yeah. The sound on it was strong. And to see the white, that's the first time we see white lightsabers in real life. Like in live action.
In real life. No, in real life,
in live action. You know what I mean? As real as life for us, right? It's gonna be.
Yeah. It was right there.
You guys know what I mean. Come on, man. We all nerds.
But no, that opening scene was just one of those things where it's like it was pretty much like a samurai movie or a ninja movie of some sort. Like she had little tricks where she was hiding behind a tree and she just like made a sound and that distracted the other guard, which was very similar like what Obi-Wan Kenobi did when he was hiding behind the big thing in the Death Star and distracted the stormtroopers and such. And that's like, that is pretty fucking dope. She just like the whole thing was just, it was like, my God.
So then she kills those guys off, and then she gets to the front of the place, right? And you can't see her, and then all of a sudden you just see the light ignite, and she starts talking to the lady. And what do you guys think about how does she look? How does she sound speaking as Ahsoka? Did you accept the voice right away? Or
it took me a second to get used to it. I'm just upset she didn't say those three little words, man.
You know what? I was expecting her to say that, and she didn't say, "I'm no Jedi." Yeah, that's what you're referring to, right?
Yeah.
I was expecting her to say that, and she didn't say that. especially when she met Mando. I was tasked to bring him to a Jedi, and right there I was waiting for I'm no Jedi.
I was waiting for another line from her, actually, other than that. But like, we'll talk about that in a moment. But no, she's done it fine. Like, as far as like you're basing the character, like this character is like in the Clone Wars, she's younger, and you look at her now, she's more mature and older, and and I think Rosario Dawson just nailed it as far as that character, even with the voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Mandalorian takes place only 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So she was in the battle, the last battle on Endor. She was in one of the ships. That came. They obviously that they added her. They retconned it so that she could be there. It's the same thing with the Ghost and all. They were all part of the of that of Endor, because at the end of Rebels they explained that, they gave that explanation. She had left to she left with Sabine to go find Ezra, because Ezra brought Admiral Thrawn into the outer regions. Yeah, that's the outer rim. So what happened in those that 5 year time span? Like, did they ever find Ezra? We don't know. So that's basically, I think, the spinoff right there. They're gonna show her backstory. It's either her backstory or they'll give you her backstory while they doing what she's doing now. You will get to what she's gonna do now towards the end. So she tells the lady, whatever, right? You have until tomorrow or whatever to give up, or the magistrate, to give up, or to tell her who her boss is. And right there, when she said the boss, I already clicked to me who could be her boss.
You know what I want. You know why I'm here.
You know why I'm here.
Right.
And then then it cuts to Mando, and he gets there, whatever. So, the character. Did you guys recognize who? Her basically like her marshal. Did you recognize who that
mercenary?
Yeah, Michael Biehn.
Yeah. That was the guy from
Terminator.
Yeah, Reese.
Yeah,
the guy played Reese.
Yeah,
Kyle Reese
too.
From the original Terminator.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool to see him in there. I was like, oh, wow, that's unexpected. I mean, he's older. I mean, clearly, but it's like, geez.
But you can recognize him still, and the voice is still the same. Like,
well, he died, man.
Yeah, he's the one and done.
He was in Aliens. He was in Tombstone.
He's dead, man.
Michael Bihn's Josh Grive gave you the name.
Yeah.
Oh, and Aliens. He was in Aliens too. That's right.
Yeah. He was in all those movies, man.
I recognize him from Terminator. I saw Terminator recently, the first one.
Yeah, it's still a good one. It's still good. But yeah, to see him in that episode, I was like, oh, hey, Michael Bihn's here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That was a dope episode. So when he, you already know that it was a quick scene. When he went to them, and she tried to make a deal to offer him the that Beskar staff to hunt the Jedi or whatever. Right. So he never really agreed to it. They didn't really show him agree to it. So he goes and he finds Ahsoka. What do you thought about that first scene with him meeting Ahsoka? How they when they fought for that little few seconds.
Dude, how did you know Beskar could stop a lightsaber, for Christ's sakes?
Yeah, no, but
you didn't know that. That's old school.
Yeah,
oh, shit! He's like, fuck! I don't know what to do.
That's old school. Beskar. That's how, like way back when the Mandalorians was like conquering places, and they sent the Jedi to stop the Mandalorians. At first, the Jedi kicked the Mandalorians' ass, and so the Mandalorians developed the Beskar armor and stuff to go up against the Jedi.
Yeah, everything that a Mandalorian is, all their arsenal, all their weapon is designed to counter a Jedi. Yeah. That's why the grappling hook is cool things, like the way they use the Force. The jetpacks are, because the Jedis jump really far and stuff like that. The jetpacks are to simulate that, and the armor, like Jeff said, is so like it blocks lightsabers.
Yeah.
So far that's the only thing that could stop the save the lightsabers or the Beskar armor.
Yeah. And that was a badass scene when she hit him, he blocked it like that. Then he hit the fire, the cape blew out. Remember?
A little fixins for the first 30 seconds there, and I was like, damn, dude. But it was really crazy to watch that. But
But did you guys notice when he was looking for Ahsoka, the owl was there?
Yeah, the owl. That's right. The owl that was in Rebels.
And then the little fox was there too.
Oh yeah,
Fox.
those are cats. Fucking meow
Yeah.
meow makes his way everywhere, bro.
Fucking meow meow.
Yeah, those are cats. Yeah,
That's Ezra's cat, right?
yeah. Those are
It's a
those cats that
reference
were
to
native
Ezra?
to that planet. Yeah, those cats were force sensitive too.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was just like an Easter egg that Filoni threw in there to
Keep you thinking.
yeah, keep you like that, and also like to connect the two, to connect Rebels and connect,
Right.
the Ahsoka story. So now we're gonna get to the part where she's right. He told her his mission that she wants to. He's looking for someone to train her. He was tasked to bring him to a Jedi, for him to be trained, and then she talks to him mentally through the Force or whatever, and we find out his name. Right, his name is Grogu.
Grogu. Sounds like
right.
a cereal.
It sounds like a Saiyan name, like Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. They gotta
Right?
use that. No.
She finds out, but then that theory that I had a few episodes back when I said
So don't pat yourself in
he
the back.
could be Sith, that he could be Sith. That don't seem so far fetched now, right?
Yeah, don't
What
pat
did she
yourself
say?
in the back.
She said there's a lot of fear in him. You know what I mean? She said there's a lot of fear in him and there's attachment to him. And what did she say? She said that those elements has brought down even the most skilled, trained Jedis. And she, who
Right.
she's referring to? She's referring to Anakin.
Anakin.
That's what turned him to the dark side. So she, right away she said, "I can't train him because of that." So that theory that's not too far, right? Now you can see him becoming God, right?
Like it's in the neighborhood. I'll give you that. It's in the neighborhood. All right? It's at a liquor store somewhere right now. In the
No, I know. I'm not saying that he is, but
It's at your local bodega.
Yeah. So, I mean, like let's not like fall on that just yet. I mean, maybe season finale possibly.
no, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but it could be a possibility. Not saying it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't seem when I first mentioned, everybody's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'm like, "Okay,
Where's Marky at?
yeah, right."
I don't know. Do you really think the child is going to last? What if Mandalorian goes 5 seasons? You think the child is really going to be part of the whole thing?
Yeah, I
it
think
has
so.
to be.
You're not
I
gonna.
think so too. He's too popular.
Yeah,
You know what I think?
Too much of
In
a
the
catch
Mandalorian
down
show, I don't think you're gonna see the child grow up. But don't be surprised if you see him, like if they do a movies a couple of years in the future, that you see him like grown up or something.
yeah, I think you could see that what you're talking about, but I think I think he's going to be part of the whole Mandalorian, and
Okay.
this episode even set it in stone more that he's not leaving his side.
They're gonna be together.
Nah.
She said it. She said you grew a strong attachment to him, but now it's going to be his
grew a
choice.
strong
Well,
attachment.
he
Yeah.
grew a strong attachment.
Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu.
What the fuck his name is?
Grogu.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you look at the first season with the armor girl, the armorer, her
Yeah.
name was, or whatever.
Yeah.
She already said that he was a Mandalorian by Creed.
Yeah, he's part of his creed already. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he is a Mandalorian. You think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
So,
Man.
We're all
I think he's going to be the second Jedi / Mandalorian. So that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. So Jeff, you have a scene.
Keep hoping.
You have a scene queued up here. We can't run it too long. Hopefully, we don't get it like.
It was a quick picture. Let me see. I got to bring it back up now.
Yeah.
Because it was just the beginning. See if I could bring it up. Give me a second.
Work real quick and then let it go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
What scene you want to see?
Put the scene where he meets Ahsoka for the first that little quick little 5-second battle that he had with Ahsoka.
Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So.
See, there's the owl right up here.
Yeah.
I didn't
there you go.
At all.
Ooh, owl.
Okay. 10, 9, 8. That's going on too long, bro.
No, that's all right. It's all right. It's good. It's good.
Leave it to Mike, man.
Get flagged.
It's good. There's no volume on it too, so that
Nah.
Yeah, no sound. So this is actually fine because there's no sound. So it's like all this going on is no problem.
Yeah.
There it comes. What the hell are those horse is called.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mike.
There you
I don't
go.
eat trees though.
Right there, that scene.
Yeah, right there. That was dope when he, and then that part.
I mean, look at this.
Jumps.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a badass scene. Yeah,
Yeah, but he was ready for her too. Like he was
No slouch.
no.
nah,
exactly.
she was ready to destroy him, man. She was gonna
Oh
destroy him.
yeah, she definitely. I know. That.
She was
He would have held his own for a little bit, but she would have, she would have.
Yeah.
His ass, we all know that.
Yeah, she just all she needed was the power from the people. That's it.
Yeah.
She becomes Super Saiyan 4.
Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah. Super Saiyan. Oh,
Whatever.
yeah.
That scene was a pretty cool scene when they just met up.
Yeah, that was a good scene. That was one of the better scenes in the whole thing. And I was interested to see how her reaction was when she saw Baby Yoda, because she knows his species because of Yoda. But she didn't tell him who Yoda was or anything like that. She didn't give him any information that he
Jedi
ran.
Master.
Yeah, that he she did say he was a Jedi Master, but she didn't say that he was the one that was head of the Jedi Order.
Right? Yeah, she didn't go into too much detail with.
She didn't go into detail with him. Yeah, she didn't.
They must have
just
killed
knew.
the child's family. Like, who is the child's father and mother? I mean, in order for you to have one of them, you gotta have 1 and 2, no?
Well, we don't know. We don't know too much about that species.
The big question to me.
Laid the egg and dropped.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not.
Somebody
Not a
took
mammal.
a shit and just dropped.
Okay.
No, but the good question is who stashed the child for so long? Remember she said there was like a gap in his life, like we don't know what happened, like it's he's blurred.
Yeah, because he don't know. Yeah, he won't remember because of that.
Yeah.
Because what they were doing to him.
That she knew of him. She knew of him, but didn't know the child. And then, because she was on Mandalore when Anakin was ripping the place apart. So you're right. Maybe one of the younglings were like, just go hide underneath the bunk bed or something like that.
Yeah,
type of thing. And
Carlos.
Maybe.
Well, Carlos said, Yoda and Yaddle. That's the last of their race. That was the last of their race. So it could be their child.
Their sex. Their love child.
Yeah, last of their race.
Yoda was going to town, huh?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh man, Anakin turned to the dark side. I better,
Gotta hide my children.
I have my kids. Better plant my seeds before I go."
Yeah, and I agree with BX Boxer. He said this episode was highly anticipated, but the season revolves around Boba Fett and Moff Gideon. The season hasn't reached its peak yet.
Like I'm still wondering what are they gonna do to to pay off on that the end of the first episode? Like with old Boba Fett, like Boba Fett, because we're still not exactly sure because it's a clone. We're not sure if it's Boba Fett. It's a clone. So I'm just saying, like, it's been like we're in the 5th episode now. We're trying to wonder where like we got maybe 3 episodes left. So we're kind of wondering.
Yeah, usually it's 8. Yeah, it's only 3.
Yeah, so I mean,
every episode from now on is going to be just progressing the story forward. The concept I could see happening is Boba Fett being hired by Moff Gideon to get him, because remember now he has the tracker. They have a tracker on his ship, so they know where he's going.
Yeah, but does anybody else know that Boba Fett's alive besides Boba Fett himself? I mean,
maybe he's not going. Maybe he's. We don't know. He could be. He could be around not as Boba Fett. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because obviously we know he doesn't have his armor, so he's probably going around.
Mando has the armor.
Yeah, Mando has his armor.
Yeah, but no, like you were saying, as far as the rest of the episode where we just watched, like just carrying on, like after he, Ahsoka met Mando, and as far as
so Ahsoka met Mando, and then she started. She said she'll test him in the morning. We talked about already. That she talked about knowing him, only knowing one other species, and she gave him the background about what happened to him, during the Clone Wars and all that. And then she said she'll test him in the morning, and then she tried to test him in the morning, and that's when she figured out that that he has a strong bond with Mando, and that's why he listened to him, when it came to using his Force powers or whatever. And then he, Mando made a deal. He said that I'll help you, overtake, destroy her enemy or whatever if she promises to take the kid and train him. So she agrees to that deal, and then they go. He says they work together, whatever. So they get to the place, whatever, to the town, and Ahsoka starts her one woman assault, in the town, which was badass. You know what I mean? She jumped over the fucking that wall that they had. She cut that freaking
Bell
that fell in half. That was a badass scene too, right there.
There were some parts in that episode where you can see gifts being made with Ahsoka Tano, man. Like their little smirks and such. It's like crazy stuff, man.
Oh, yo, have they confirmed like a show, a solo show with just Ahsoka or no?
They haven't confirmed the one, but I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
Would you think maybe this was like a test run for her to see if people?
You mean like a sub pilot or something? Yeah,
pilot episode. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, like if it is, then she passed. But the thing is, like Rosario Dawson has another show coming up that she's working on herself. So who knows, like how long it will be before there's an Ahsoka Tano series of its own? Because
most of the times, what I've noticed with shows is like when they have a spinoff, they usually have a spinoff maybe 3 seasons into the main show.
Yeah, but
then you'll see a spinoff. So I don't think we'll see a spinoff for Mandalorian until after next season.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Like I usually, that's what I notice. I notice like usually after like 3 seasons, then you'll see like a spinoff if a show is very popular.
Right.
So I think we'll see a spinoff with her. I think that's gonna be the first spinoff. It's either gonna be her or it's gonna be the Bo Tan, her spinoff. Boca Raton. Yeah, you remember that? I think it's one of those, or they could be combined. I don't know, because they are together. Like they know each other. They work together. You already know from Clone Wars or whatever. So she gets in or whatever. She makes fucking Swiss cheese out of those guards again and everything. And that's where you see the cat from Lothal. You see it. Look at the screen.
The Lothal cat.
The Lothal cat. You see the eyes glow on that, and then I'm gonna just skip to where she goes into to fight.
Get excited, BOC. Don't get excited.
The magistrate, yeah. So when she jumps into the magistrate, it's gonna be a good fight because she's using the Beskar staff. It could block the lightsabers and everything. But out of that fight, the most memorable part was when she drops the name Grand Admiral Thrawn, and when she dropped that name, the fucking eBay and the internet just exploded.
It was
yeah.
It literally exploded.
Out, dude, it's like you look at eBay, it's like, all right, it's already all over the place. And it's almost as if he was on the show, and it was just like left and right. You got all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I like that final fight was honestly was probably for the Disney universe was probably the best fight. Like if you think about a lot of the Star Wars like lightsaber fights for the Disney universe, that was probably the best one, no question.
Yeah, and they didn't have to show her kill her to know that she probably got her head chopped off.
Yeah. You think so? Think she went all brutal on her?
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah, I think so.
Remember, she's no Jedi.
Yeah.
She isn't. But no, I mean like that was a great that final scene was a great scene because basically it was like the equivalent of like 2 women shopping for shoes where their boyfriends are out there, they're sitting out in the lobby talking and say, hey, what's up?
But that was why he like, you might win, I might win.
Yo, that's a dumbass analogy, bro.
It's the best one I got right now. What do you got? Better one? Give me a better one. Give me a better one right now. Give me a better one right now.
2 people fighting in line.
Go ahead, Manny. Give him another one. Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. See, like that.
That's like 2 people fighting in line that GameStop for PlayStation 5.
You got nothing.
There you go.
So, I know most people know what the book is, but it's just an image that I downloaded the book. That's the book there that blew up, guys.
Yo, I need that, Manny. I need that, Manny.
First,
sorry,
but you know what? Even though this book is blowing up, you got to remember that this book is not reaching its peak yet. You know why? Because there's another major character in Star Wars Uncanon that appears in this book, and that's Mara Jade.
Yeah.
You know, so and Mara Jade is in a lot of Star Wars novels. It's not just
She's coming.
like
She's coming,
not just
bro.
here. So this book has a lot of room to grow. You know,
A lot of lemons.
a lot of
but this guy's Thrawn is the most important one, though. Nobody cares about no Mary Jane.
Not yet.
Mary Jane.
All right.
You see Mary Jane?
So, yeah. But that's
I
another
have a
thing, though.
question for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
All right, most of your guys seen Rebels, right? This goes for
No.
the chat too.
Mm-hmm.
When does this episode takes place? Because if you look at the end of Rebels, right, it's like they go and they talk about the Battle of Endor and stuff, and then at the end, you see Ahsoka picking up Sabine, and then they just going off.
Yeah.
Does this episode take place before that? Because if you remember, you see Ahsoka with the hood on and stuff, and then she have that staff. And I'm thinking, I wonder if that's the Beskar staff or something.
No, because she gave the best card staff to Mando.
To Mando.
So she doesn't. She never has it. She didn't have it. That's just probably like a walking stick or something like that. But I think it's after. I think in the 5 years, in those 5 years they find Ezra. That's my
So when she looking for Thrall, that means that they must have came back. Ezra and Thrall must have came back then.
Yes. Yeah, they came back. They came back yesterday from Thanksgiving. You know?
I hear that, man. Yeah.
For eating
They had to get back
pasteles.
for that turkey.
Don't you think that's what Ahsoka is looking for, though? Don't you think that's what she's looking for? She's looking for Ezra. So at the end of Rebels, Ezra is on that ship with Thrawn with those space whales, and they go into hyperspace out into the Outer Rim, and that's basically where the Heir of the Empire book kind of takes place, because he was out in the Outer Rim. That's why we never knew about him.
Mm-hmm.
But he might be back, and she may have found him, but not Ezra yet.
That's true. She may, or Thrawn may have him captured somehow.
That, or maybe Sabine, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But
we could be here. We could sit here and be like, maybe.
Yeah, we won't know. We won't know. We
We're
can
not
just
gonna know.
speculate at the moment right now.
This is not this is not a Jedi show. This is
this is Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's just a treat that you get in Jedi in this show.
Yeah, it's just those questions will be answered in her own series, in her own spinoff. Where it's about her. Where it's about her, and usually I think we may see her again on the episode, because if you notice, like every time he makes a friend with someone, you'll see that character again somehow.
Sure,
in the same season. That's the trend.
Yeah,
with him. So
he's finding new babysitters.
Yeah, we may see her in the the finale or again.
Yeah, she could be a good cliffhanger moment. Season finale, something like that. You're not going to see her for the next 2 episodes. That's it. She's done for now.
Yeah.
So
but you know what? I love how they keep this show open, because you got so many little subplots that are not going to be answered. You got the Bo-Katan one. You got the Ahsoka Tano. You got Moff Gideon with those super troopers.
Yeah.
And then you also got Boba Fett. So it's like, who knows how this season going to end?
But Moff, you already know Moff Gideon has a boss, so it makes sense if his boss is Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, just wrap it up like the rest of that episode, because think about what's going to be coming up next for Mando and Grogu.
So to wrap up the episode, after she decided that she cannot train him, she told Mando that there's another way. So she sent him to another planet where there's a Jedi temple. And again, another throwback to like Clone Wars and Star Wars and Rebels, because you've seen what happens to them. Yeah, you see what happens at the Jedi temples, how they get all these visions, and this whole it's like a whole mission for them when they go there. So she sent him there. So that he can make his own decision if he's going to be trained or not.
Yeah, the planet she sends him is Tyron, which is a
Typhon.
call.
Typhon,
which is
Typhon.
which is a callback to the MMO Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you ever play that game and you play as a Jedi, you start out on that planet.
On Typhon, yeah. So it's not gonna go easy him going there because he has that track already. So there's gonna be some trouble waiting for him.
Yo,
there
let me
when he
ask you a
arrives
question. If this guy General Thrawn is Moff Gideon's boss, does he have powers too?
No,
I don't know. Man. You guys watch
Thrawn's more like a Sherlock Holmes kind of guy. He's kind of like he's like a who's Sherlock Holmes' enemy?
Moriarty.
Moriarty. He's more of a Moriarty kind of character. So he's smart. So he's smarter. Yeah. He's smarter and he'll outwit you in a way. Whereas like, it's kind of hard to describe Manny, but he's
calculative.
He don't have no Jedi powers.
He don't have no Jedi power, but he's
always a step ahead of you.
Yeah, he's a couple of steps ahead of you, and he don't take no shit. Like in the Heir to the Empire book, he was capturing the rebels, but then they escaped because of something with the tractor beam, and he just went to the front of the ship like, "Who's in charge of the tractor beam?" And some guy's like, "I am," and it's not my fault, and he just like killed him right then and there.
Yeah, he's like super smart, like very calculated. He has a plan for everything. Like everything.
He can fight.
Yeah, he can fight.
He can fight.
Yeah, he can fight. In Rebels they show him skills. In Rebels they show him he was practicing fighting with droids. He was fighting with droids, so he's pretty strong.
But he can't. Jedi will slice his arms out.
Well, that's the thing. Thrawn in the books, he had those. What was it, like a cat? He had some animals that he would carry with him because he had Mara Jade there. That was his number one assassin, and she was Force sensitive, so he was aware of the Force. He was aware of Jedi.
Yeah,
and he had these animals or something like that that would kind of deflect their abilities or lessen their abilities when he was around.
Okay.
Yeah, because every time he hanged out with Vader, he had those cats nearby him.
Yeah,
so Vader wouldn't force choke him.
Yeah, Vader couldn't force choke him. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, there's 3 episodes left. You hear that name drop on the 5th episode. You wonder if there's going to be any more. Like, if it's not Ahsoka Tano, maybe it's like on the Grand Admiral Thrawn, like another reference in the next episode.
They already showed what he looked like.
Yeah, well, he was on Rebels, Manny. Like he was the big villain.
Though they showed the person is playing him.
Oh,
did you not see? Did you not see?
Did they already cast Grand Admiral Thrawn for this season?
They showed the person.
Yeah, man.
I didn't see. I didn't see.
One of the Blue Man Group.
I should have screenshot that shit though, man. I was just looking at that too, man. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I haven't looked online. I haven't looked at anything.
Yeah, I mean,
let me see if I can find it.
But you know how it is with Mandalorian. If they send him somewhere, it takes 2 episodes for him to get there.
Right.
Because the next episode, like, he's on his way to that planet, but something happens, and then on the next episode after that, then he reached the planet.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna happen with this one because now we have to 3 episodes left.
Yeah,
I think they have to speed it up a little bit now. Yeah.
They're not going to do that whole like traveled episode and then the actual episode have it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think
the travel episodes usually like filler.
Yeah, Yeah, I think they're well aware of what's coming up now because who knows? Next episode might involve those super troopers and such.
Super troopers.
Hey, you started that one. That was you.
I know.
But no, it's like we haven't got a Moff Gideon episode. Like now it's officially like over a week. So now I think we're gonna get more of that action. So I mean, it's one of those things where like you think the next 3 episodes, whether it's even like, I mean, they didn't say how long these episodes are going for this season, but we're assuming it's 3 episodes.
Look. Yo, Jeff, look at comicbook.com. It shows Star Wars fans know what's coming to you. And it says the Mandalorian teasers the return of one of the biggest villains in Star Wars. Go on to comicbook.com.
There you go.
Is that the only source?
If comicbook.com says it's for real.
This motherfucker.
It is.
Is that the only source? Is that the only source though?
I mean, it could be other sources. I don't know. I just sort of, I'm thinking this is the guy that's gonna play him.
I would hope
don't
so,
know.
but I would like to have more than one.
I don't know
source.
if that's a fan. If that's a fan, what you call
Fan
it?
made.
That's fan made.
Yeah, it could be too soon. It's you know.
I mean, you never know. They could show him in the last, like we told him, they could show him in the last episode.
Yeah, they haven't even said that the show is being written, nothing like that. So,
Right.
There's none of. Usually, all that information is out there first before we see anyone casted.
But like at the end of this episode, Biggs, they were talking about like other Jedi. She mentioned, so it's like,
yes, I caught
like,
that.
What other Jedi can we think about that's not Ahsoka Tano that she just referred to, being that she's not a Jedi? Like
Cal.
Luke Skywalker.
No, he's not. They said he's
Is Mace Windu alive in this part? In this
Well, that's another speculation that's out there that's been thrown out there that he could technically, yes, be hanging out.
Yeah, but you got to remember that at this time right now, this takes place 5 years after the Return of the Jedi. So Luke Skywalker is in that universe. He is around.
Yes.
And he's young. He's still young. He's just probably starting to decide to create his Jedi Temple, and make an academy, a Jedi Academy, and all that.
Right.
So there are more Jedis out there,
They all hidden.
She said there's not too many.
She said there's not too many, but when Luke started his school, he was also finding them too. So
right,
you never know, man. Listen, it'll be crazy if we get a Luke in there.
I mean, I know.
But you know what? I remember they showed Cal from Jedi Fallen Order.
Yo, can I get a word? You guys fucking know.
No, not really. So, like I was saying, I think it's gonna be made.
Yo, that's fucking annoying. Yo. I can't speak.
Manny, go ahead. You have the floor.
Go ahead, Manny. Go ahead.
You have the floor.
Listen, I know everything on Facebook. Shit is not. You don't know if it's fake news. Donald Trump. But like they're saying that you probably won't, most likely you won't see Luke in it, and you won't see Leia, you won't see any of those people from the regular Star Wars though.
No,
yeah,
you just see people probably from Rebels and Clone, whatever that other shit is called, the other one.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, I guess.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. Listen, I don't know shit about Star Wars. That's why I ask you guys these questions. You guys more or less know more than I do, but. I'm just reading stuff just to, try to get my mind right, try to know about this a little more.
Knowledge is power, baby. Sit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We just brought up Luke and Slide because you never know. It's a speculation. We just, whatever.
Yeah.
We're not saying that's going to happen, but it is in the time frame where he's alive and he's actually
you think you see this chick on there?
Yeah, I've seen that one. That's very nice, Manny. Very good.
Yeah. So my thing is,
send that my email.
It's either going to be somebody either from Clone Wars or Rebels, or like like Admiral Thrawn is from the old books. So all you got to think about is maybe Jedi's that were in those novels.
Right. I mean,
you know what?
It's not out of the reach of saying you could get Mark Hamill to play Luke Skywalker again and de-age him, just like a la Jeff Bridges was in Tron.
Yeah. Would it be easier to get Samuel Jackson to do it though?
Why are you calling for Samuel Jackson?
Nah, there's two. Samuel L. Jackson will be two. You have to explain how the hell he survived.
I don't know.
And then where was he throughout the whole time that they were doing the, A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, and like where was he throughout the whole time? He's still in hiding? I don't think so. So that's just people reaching.
And I hope it is. I hope it is.
Nah, you know who I hope it is? I think it's. Well, I hope it's Cal from Jedi Fallen Order, because the way that ended, it wouldn't be surprised if if like Baby Yoda, don't ask me to say his name, if Baby Yoda go ahead and like stretch out the Force and Cal,
I don't know who that is.
It.
Cal's from the last Star Wars game that came out in for PlayStation.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order. So he's around the same time zone too. That storyline, and at the end of that game, he the final boss is Vader.
Right.
So he survived.
What makes you guys think that a Jedi would reach out to him when she specifically said he will choose his own path? To go back on Biggs'
yes, he did
prediction
say that
3 weeks ago.
Oh God.
He'll choose his own path.
Oh God.
Well, okay, this is what I think. Okay. If we're gonna go with that theory, if he's gonna choose his own path, he's gonna become a Mandalorian because he has attachment to Mando.
Yeah, but
He got
he needs
attachment to
to.
that.
This
He
is the
needs
way.
to. The reason he needs to be trained is because he needs to be able to defend himself. Because, like Mando said, he's still going to be. Even though there's no more Empire, the Empire is still hunting him.
Yeah.
So he has to be trained. He has to be able to learn how to defend himself.
But he
So
doesn't have to be trained as a Jedi. He could be trained as a Mandalorian.
yeah, but there's no way of him
That's
not using.
true. I like that one too, Jeff.
But him being
Reach
force
his own
sensitive,
path.
he's
He'll
gonna
find his own
attract
path.
force dangers. Like he's gonna attract other stuff. So
Right.
he's gonna have to learn how to use his power.
Yep.
He's
I'm
gonna
telling you,
have
he's going to become a Mandalorian Jedi. I have
the dark
spoken.
side
I have spoken.
or Jedi. That's it,
You
bro.
think you'll see him? You'll probably see him on the show more likely than anything.
You know
I
what?
don't
That's
think
the
on the
guy. That's
show.
him. You'll
That's
be next
Ezra.
episode, bro.
That's Ezra.
That's
That's
right,
right,
right?
yeah.
How about this lady right here?
That's Sabine.
Sabine.
Okay, that's the people you're
Yeah,
talking
she's
about.
a Mandalorian. Yeah, she's a Mandalorian. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's reading the new Star Wars, which takes
Yes.
place after Empire.
Yes.
But like this series here, when Luke finds his yellow lightsaber, and they make that canon because of the action figure, he runs into another Jedi, some woman, and I don't know, she'd probably be a lot older by then, but I've only got up to book 6, but
And that's her first appearance.
yeah, it is actually. I think it is. I think it is a first appearance in that.
And that's the
But what
latest
about
Star Wars one.
Inquisitors? Inquisitors are still out there in the Darth Vader series. They're sending out like Inquisitor.
You know what I'm
type
saying,
guys.
Butcher?
Huh? I don't know.
Oh my God! You guys don't know your Star Wars lord.
Oh.
What?
Fucking
not
Mr.
Inquisitors,
Mr.
But
Know It All
still,
over
like
there.
I'm saying, there's more force sensitive.
I'm talking about
No,
in the chat.
in the chat, Murph, in the chat.
No,
Oh, fuck off.
that's how
Jeff.
I know what Jeff is just referring to. There was a Mandalorian that was born with force and force sensitive, and that's how they created that's why he created the dark saber.
Dark saber, yeah.
To keep it separate. Yeah.
Good lord.
Well, that guy's dead.
Yeah, that was like hundreds of years ago.
That
like
was
in their
hundreds of
history.
years ago, but the dark saber is still around. I'm
Yeah, it's
just
still
saying.
around. And Moff Gideon's got it. So
Yeah.
This is not the way, bro. All right.
This is not the way.
Yeah. So we already been on 47 minutes. To wrap it up, guys, you already know the episode was badass. We got Easter eggs from Rebels and Clones. You got to see Ahsoka. They did a good job with her. Anybody had any doubts that Rosario Dawson couldn't pull it off? She did, my opinion. She sounded like Ahsoka, kind of. She moved like Ahsoka. Her movements were done well. We got a lot of backstory on Grogu. We got to know his name. We got to know what happened to him during the Clone Wars. We get to see a nice quick little fight between her and Mando. You got to see his armor like really hold up until against a lightsaber. You got teasers for future spin-offs, with Grand Admiral Thrawn, and also her story on, did she ever find Ezra? What happened with her and Sabine? We need to know that. And you also got like progression for the story. You got progression to find out what's going to happen next week when he goes to that new planet where the temple is at and see what happens there.
You know what? They're gonna follow him there. What do you think is gonna happen?
I know they're gonna obviously they're gonna follow him there.
They got the tracking right up his butt.
So that should be a good episode also. So I'm gonna just go down the line, give you guys your final thoughts on the episode. I'm gonna start with Murph.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. The only I don't even want to say it was concerned. Like I don't think we've ever seen a Star Wars character go from cartoon to live action before. So we all had Ashley Eckstein in your head, the way that she speaks and so forth. Rosario did a fantastic job. I don't think anyone else on the planet could have done anything better. I think we're all satisfied with that. Fantastic, loved it. Check out my eBay auctions ending tomorrow around 9 o'clock. Hook a brother up, and And that's it, I guess. I'm just excited to see what's more. There's so much more that can be talked about. So much more.
You got super chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Real quick. So let me just highlight this before we move on. So shout out to Roman Curtis. He says here. Shout out to the B-Day guy earlier. Shout out to everybody else, including you. Who's that? Rang.
You
Oh, you
rang.
rang. You rang. All right.
Lurch.
That one went over my head.
Not over James.
That's messed up.
James is Lurch.
Yeah, man, for Adam's family.
Adam's
Shout out to
family.
Grim.
I know
Yeah.
for these for now.
So real quick, I thought we wasn't gonna be able to see
I don't
my
know my Star
Godzilla, but
Wars,
we
but
get
I
to
know
see
my
a
family.
Godzilla today, right?
It's no strip.
Hey, Red,
but it's
shaking
close
that.
enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna change that one. I'm gonna have to make a new one.
Please,
Yeah,
please.
make a new one. That shit's kind of
Only,
corny. Right?
only Roman want to be seeing your fucking Godzilla. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
I'm
All they
gonna
want.
make a new one.
You want
So okay, so James, go ahead. What your your last thoughts on it and stuff, your overall.
you talking to me?
I put
Oh,
another
James.
mouse on the wheel.
James,
Hello.
I'm sorry,
Speak up, get off the
lightsaber
meth.
greater
No,
than best car.
yeah. No, it was a fantastic episode. As far as like fight scenes for like Star Wars altogether, man, that's definitely my top 3. It's best 47 minutes of Disney's Star Wars of any like version of anything for Star Wars right now for Disney's version.
Yeah,
Great stuff, and this is not going to be for sale. This is staying with me, just so you know. But you
can buy
can
mine.
go over to this guy's eBay auction. He's got it going right now, 8.0.
8.0.
And it's pretty cheap right now. It's pretty cheap.
Don't say that.
it's pretty cheap. You're just gonna have to face off against some community members for it.
Exactly.
Thirsty.
Overall,
The
great
thirst is real, Murph. The thirst is real, bro. That's what I
Thirsty.
say.
Hey, overall, great episode. Like I said, it was the best thing that came out of like Mandalorian or Disney Plus related stuff. So, that's
Yeah,
my
definitely. Star Wars definitely been holding it down for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Mike, any your whole
Man, listen, man. I out of 10, man, I give this episode like a 9, bro. It was good, man. I really enjoyed
But
it.
what makes
and,
it a 9 though?
Yeah, right.
Why not a 10?
catch this on the rewind and watch the whole thing, and that's the reason why you give it a 9. But yeah, man, awesome episode. Like I said, this show keeps on getting better and better, and I can't wait for the season finale. I think there's like 3 more episodes. You said, James?
Yeah, I think it's 3. I think it's 3.
Yeah,
So,
usually last season was 8. They didn't announce that they were doing more. So, all right, Manny, your final.
Listen, man, I don't know too much about Star Wars, but I'm learning, man, and
Facts. Yeah.
I just try to put a little input. That's why I don't really talk. That's why I wasn't really seeing anything because I don't know these characters. I didn't watch Rebels. I didn't watch what is it, Clone Wars. So it's kind of like I don't know the characters. I'm just learning about them now. So I mean, I about Ahsoka Tano, but and that the General Thrawn guy I didn't know about him. But yeah. So there you go. That's it, man. Give me a break.
You know what? I can't argue with that, man. Well said, brother.
Well said.
All right. The mayor, Jeff Johnson. Go ahead.
Oh, it was a great episode. Like Mike, I give it a 9. It would have been a perfect if she just would have said those 3 little words, man. I would have gave it an 11. But it was great, and I hope what they do when this season's over, they do, like the behind the scenes, like they did for the first season. I hope they do that. So, pretty much, I mean, it was a great show, man.
Hey,
Loving it.
real quick, like go back, just to piggyback on what Jeff was saying there. Like, I wish he said a certain thing or that, but like, there's a part of that episode where Mando called her lightsabers laser swords. If she corrected him and called it a lightsaber, that would have been like, all right, that's fucking dope.
I think she chuckled. I think she chuckled.
Yeah.
You see, like a guy,
Yeah.
a guy like me who doesn't know about Star. I didn't know that she said them things. Like I still enjoyed it.
The whole
show.
thing is that Disney been disrespecting the lightsabers by calling them laser swords throughout the movies and all the older Disney stuff. Like since Disney's been produced by I mean, Star Wars being produced by Disney, they've been calling it laser swords, and like the older guys that've been following, Star Wars lore forever, they like, wait a minute, it's a lightsaber, not a laser sword. That's like disrespectful to say that.
I know that's. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't think that was disrespectful, but it's just whatever. I
Well,
know what it is.
But Phantom
Listen, I
Menace.
know what
Remember
it is. You know what it
Anakin
is.
called
It's
it a
lightsabers.
laser sword in Phantom Menace. Everyone cringed in the theater. Like, why would you call it a
Yeah.
laser?
People gotta, people get upset about everything. You already know.
Yeah, people are sensitive.
Yeah.
2020, man.
Yeah.
Pussies.
Yeah. So my overall thoughts, I give the episode a 10. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I enjoyed the little Easter eggs, and me having watched, like, I watched Clone Wars like twice. I watched Rebels like 2 or 3 times. I watched a lot of TV when I was sick. Let me tell you, I rewatched a lot of episodes of everything. So it kind of like if it made me feel, like, oh shit, I remember that, some of that, So I like that when an episode does that. And it also, what I liked is that it progressed the story forward and it gave you something else. Like it gave you a different show that could be created from that show. So to me, that's a 10. So
I give it a
I
10
wanna-
too.
quick,
So
I would
overall
just-
score of a 9. There you go.
I want to leave you with one last question. If you're at a con and you got $300 and both Ashley Eckstein and Rosario Dawson's there, and you have your Clone Wars #1, you can only spend $300, and they're both charging $300. Which one you going with now?
Ashley.
Start thinking about it.
Yeah, for now it's her because she's been Ahsoka, voiceover for the longest. Rosario Dawson just has 1 episode, so you can't give her the.
I don't know. Rosario's more my cup of tea, though. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
love
fair.
Rosario. Rosario's my baby mama, but still.
All right, man. Shut the fuck up.
Not really. If you choose it, Ashley, nah.
My-
No,
Yeah.
well, if it's Ahsoka related, Ashley, you got to give respect to Ashley. She was doing it longer.
No,
But
I'm
you give
doing
respect to
Rosario.
her.
Rosario,
Listen,
if there's any
listen.
more money left over,
Listen,
I'll
All right,
give
here
you
goes
$2
here goes
Bologna.
Right
CeeLos.
now.
CeeLos, man. Autographs are overrated, man. They don't do that shit no more.
That's like 2016, bro. That's it.
All right, 2016.
So
I
just
like
real quick
I like Sith
go.
Lord.
Before we go, I want to remind everybody that this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, is the New York Warriors East meets West / Savage auction. It's gonna be the last one for the year.
One of these will be up.
Listen, the amount of books that I've seen already from
Preview.
people is gonna be straight up fire books, man. On this auction, the last one.
I got mad
So,
fire books, man. One of these will
make
be
sure
up.
you guys tune in for that. And also, this Monday, guys, episode 127 of Chilling with the NY Warriors. So a lot of things going on with the channel, So I can't promise you when exactly, but maybe sometime next week we'll drop that episode 2 of top back issue picks, with the NY Warriors. And just to give you guys out there, shout out to Copy 801 whenever he sees this. We went his route here and we chose Black Adam. Well, he chose Black Adam, so he was the first one in the comments, section to request, a specific property or whatever. So we're gonna go with the Black Adam movie. So that'll be our, that episode will be based on that, the top issue back picks, which I already started working on, getting all the flyers ready for, the little cutouts that we do. And that's it, guys. Until next time. Peace. May the force
May
be
the
with
force
you.
be with you.
It is the way.
Yeah, all
Fires.
right. Or this is the way, right?
I have
Okay.
spoken.
Fuck that